Hey, James. It's Ignacio.
Hey, Ignacio.
To your point about the immigration and everything, what is going on in the United States? What is going on? You got to get them out.
I know.
Get them out. And it's not a race thing like Jesse says. It's their fathers weak, and the kids are coming out terrible.
I know.
Terrible. How is it possible that somebody does something wrong and then somebody tries to fix it and that person is being attacked? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
That's crazy. They don't understand. They have no perception of how the world works and how United States is the greatest country where you guys have freedom of speech. Just with that, you guys are above everybody else in the world.
I know.
And they're in that country taking, everything and destroying it. The politicians are weak. What is going on? Where are the Christians? Why aren't you guys standing up? I mean, the people that are in charge of making these laws. You gotta. I mean, there's no. Don't think about it. Just get the people out. I mean, here in Mexico, real quick.
Yeah.
Even the upper class Mexicans, they don't want Mexicans here. They try to get them out. In the city, like they can't even go in because they know what they're going to do, and they just come and destroy. I mean, it happens in Mexico, but the people, they do get them out. They don't let them take over the neighborhoods. They don't even let them in, and it's because they don't think about it. They just do it.
Right.
And it sounds terrible, but you know what? If they let them in, they're just going to destroy a couple of nice places that are in Mexico, that in the northern part. And let me make this quick point. This is how lost the society is. The society in Mexico, not everybody obviously, but it is lost. There are these songs that push the narrative of violence, right?
Mm-hmm.
So people in Mexico, obviously, there's still a drug war, and people are, suffering in consequence of the drug war. Well, the same people that are suffering the consequences are the people that listen to the music that push the narrative of violence, drugs, all these things. They don't even realize what's going on. When you go to these parties, these songs are the ones that are played at the parties. That's how lost the society is. And you guys are being infected in the United States. And I'm telling you, it's so sad. People down here in Mexico, we can't say everything because we don't have freedom of speech like you guys do.
Wow, I didn't know that. It hadn't even occurred to me the question of freedom of speech in Mexico.
We don't. I mean, there was a politician, I think in the 90s, I forgot his name, but he said he was going to go after violence and after the drugs and everything.
Yeah.
And even before he went into it was during the election, he was murdered, and he's remembered as the guy that, as a politician, that he was going to win, but they ended up murdering him because he spoke too much.
Right. That's true. Man, that's wild. This is part of what Mays brought up, like, why don't the whites look at what they're doing wrong? I mean, if the whites were looking at what we're doing wrong, we would be a lot tougher. And we would be, like, so hard-nosed and not caring, kind of like how Trump kind of is, not caring about the stupid accusations of racism and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We wouldn't put up with the mess.
Yeah.
And so there's a huge hole in white morality in America that is allowing this to happen. And it might be across the board. It's very widespread.
Yes.
And it's among the Republicans as well as the Democrats.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
Even the conservatives. It includes Jeff Sessions. It includes like Ted Cruz. These people that we thought of as heroes of like conservatism or whatever before, and we need that toughness back that that Trump displays.
Yep, exactly.
We all
got to be honest. If you guys aren't going to fix this problem, why do I need to keep working hard to go back to the U.S.?
Yeah, exactly.
Why am I creating a business? Like Jason says, every man's got to create a business.
Yeah.
This business might get me back to the U.S., but why am I going to do that if the U.S. is going to be the same as Mexico eventually?
Right.
Why? I don't want to be around people that are weak.
Yeah.
Stop. They got to stop being weak. Stop letting people in society take over. You got to. What happened to honesty?
Yeah.
Responsibility. Not lying. I mean, what is going on with the school shootings and all this? They're angry. The kids are angry. Nobody teaches them. Stop taking things. Stop letting your emotions control you.
Yeah, there was an article put out by somewhere, and it may have been even like a liberal publication. I think it was, but it said that mental illness doesn't cause these mass shootings. Anger does. Anger causes murder and all kinds of stuff. And Jesse knows that more than anybody. The damage and all of the different symptoms that manifest out of it. And you're right. It's what's behind the fear that whites have of correcting themselves and others.
Or something.
Say that again?
Getting ridiculed, I guess.
Yeah. So few people are willing to make a real stand and face the anger of others. Yeah. And in themselves.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah. I feel for California. I from what I heard, it was a great state, but now it's just being destroyed. And it's a terrible situation, and I don't see anybody that's in the upper class or the ones that are able to control the laws to actually take a stance. And you know what? No, we're good. You got to get them out. I mean, stop thinking about it.
Right.
Just do it. That's your house.
Yep.
They're in your house, James.
Yeah.
If everybody that's watching you right now, I think the majority is in the United States. The ones that are listening to us right now, those people are in your house, and your house is getting destroyed from the inside.
Yep.
And it's because you guys are weak. Stop being weak. Mm-hmm. I don't even let people in my house that I don't agree with.
Right.
In my house, in the little place that I live, why would you let them in your country?
Right. That's wild. And that you make a good point too. These people are coming in and they are voting. They believe in socialism, and they're spreading it. They're spreading it in the schools and everywhere. They don't believe in freedom of speech, for example. They don't believe in freedom. Period.
In reference to that point, they think that just because they have an education that makes them better than everybody else.
Yeah.
And a good person.
Yep.
Just because you're trying to get a degree and maybe you're a dreamer or whatever, or maybe you're over there, whoever. But just because you have an education or maybe you have more money than the rest, that doesn't mean you're better than everybody, and that doesn't give you a platform to whatever you say is right. That doesn't make you a good person. You do things good or you do them bad, and getting a degree. That's the opposite. You're smarter and academically, but in reality, you're not smart. You're becoming dumber because of those thoughts are controlling you, and those thoughts are evil. Just like Jesse says,
it's pure pride.
100% true.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Then you see that among whites, blacks, and others. They're like, oh, he was Michael Brown, for example, out of Ferguson, with the riots. That guy got killed. He was going to go to college. That doesn't mean anything, especially nowadays. It's just the brainwashing that everybody has to go to college no matter how crazy they are. Exactly.
Well, I hope you guys, fix this. I'm pushing for you guys to keep free speech and keep the guns, and you got to deport them, because I'm going to tell you something right now. Where I'm located, the city where I'm located, there are immigrants here from, the Central American countries, and they deport them out of this city.
That's good.
How is it that this city in Mexico, where I'm at, is stronger than the U.S.? Because the U.S. is not able to deport them. People don't even allow them in their houses here when they arrive to the city because they're going towards the border.
Right.
When they get here, they don't stay here because nobody gives them anything. They want them out.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? What's going on?
Do. That's wild. There's this shame put on whites and America, and it's this false compassion. That's what it is, and in among other cultures, there is no pretense with that stuff, which is a positive thing, kind of, and so it definitely is. Yeah, definitely. The men are weak. Yeah,
and
very weak.
Women are just emotional, and the men are emotional, and it's just that is just causing problems all across the board.
You get so used to seeing, the illegals are here. Let's let some of them stay. Stuff like that, and just this leniency towards wrongdoing that we need a serious awakening. Whites perhaps went too far with not displaying anger, not displaying meanness and stuff like that, because whites have a niceness problem, I believe. Well, many do. Maybe the majority. And so it is crazy.